Virgo, this is your November reading. Before we get into November, let me just say there is a lot of major arcana activity in this reading. So it's been a big October, it's going to be a big November. Temperance and the Sun card coming through in October. So you've had a great end to the month and a great entry point into November. Fabulous launch pad for what the rest of the month has in store for you. So Temperance and the Sun card and the Four of Wands are the cards that came through in the recent past. Let me just talk about those before going to the rest of the reading. So something really big has happened for you recently in terms of either your professional life in the company you work for or in the institution you work for, or else it's in your home and living situation. There's been a real source of abundance there. There's just been like calm and like chill, and you love that, Virgo. You love when things are just flowing, like Temperance, and your relationships are going well and you're just vibing with everybody. You're vibing with everybody at work, you're vibing with everybody who you live with. And the Four of Wands can really be anything like a home situation, Lord of perfected work, it says here in this version. So I feel like some of you have gotten a promotion or you've perfected a body of work recently, and it's been really well received. And the Sun card is like this kind of spotlight on you, even, Virgo, and you might have been just recognized more so at work, or like you're recognized in your home for what you do, like for your domestic energy, maybe for just all the weight you pull around the house. Even if it's like within your family dynamic, if you live with family, like you're really being seen for the sign of servitude and help and aid that you are, and like it's just been very validating for you. Everything that you've wanted in October has been validated for you. You've got the recognition. Now everything is falling into place, and Temperance tells me that you're really entering the month of November in like a calm state of being, inner calm, external reality reflecting this harmony inside. But then you do this weird thing in November. You start saying like, no, I don't like any of this. Four of Cups, I'm not happy with any of this. This is boring. I'm not satisfied. I want something else. But it's so clear to me that there is a very destined and maybe more dramatic change in events in the month of November for you. Another major arcana card, the Chariot, coming through. This is about triumph over adversity. It's an omen for success. It's to say, go get it, Virgo. Do it. You've been ready to level up, and you have been leveling up. That's why all this flow has been happening either in your professional life or in your personal life. Temperance, just saying that everything is chilling now. You could have been maybe reconciling with somebody, and this would have been somebody maybe from your past. But overall, Virgo, this is really beautiful energy. The Four of Cups is just telling me though that when we get into November, before there's this kind of destined change of events that takes place, you're like, I'm over this. I don't even like this. This is terrible. We'll have to clear these cards up, but the Blasted Tower, aka the Tower, comes after the Chariot in this November reading. I will clear this up to find out what the nature of this change may be, but it does look like something more dramatic is changing in your life this month, Virgo. That does not need to be worrying. For some, this might just be like a birth of a child, like a dramatic change of events, something that is going to take your life to the next level, Virgo. So something you've been maybe birthing. It doesn't have to be a physical baby, but something that you've been saying to yourself, I want to bring this into my life. Like I want to create this life for myself, and it involves bringing in something new, birthing something new. I do see bigger change for you this month, Virgo. We do, of course, have a partial lunar eclipse on the 19th of November. So I'm considering that around the 19th of November, this might be when this change comes up for you more. It feels like destiny. It feels maybe even a little more dramatic as the energy of a new moon, full moon, when they're falling near the lunar nodes. That's what makes them an eclipse. And this eclipse is falling pretty near the north node, but not exactly conjunct. So it is only a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. Find out what house Taurus represents in your birth chart, Virgo. And that's going to be where this change is more likely to feel like it's coming out in your real life, like what area of life. If you don't know much about what I'm saying there is a video that will describe all the astrology for your sign specifically on my channel. It's by the rising sign position though. That's how to read astrology more accurately. separately, always from your rising sign. And so that's under Scorpio season November astrology. So check that out if you wish. Okay, so then as we end the month of November and go into December, let's put this around after the full moon partial lunar eclipse on the 19th. Let's go from there. Massive cycle of your life coming up for completion. The World card, so another major arcana card, the universe it's called here. So there is like some sort of a debt that has been left unsettled at this point by the end of the month, and it looks like it's going to turn out really well. This had been something that had previously, I think, brought a lot of strife or disappointment. Three of Swords in reverse, even sorrow, Lord of Sorrow, or like sense of betrayal in your life before. Now that is wrapping up, and meanwhile the sting of that Three of Swords incident is still here at the end of the month. It has reversed, so you're kind of getting over it now, but you're kind of also saying like, okay, certain people just aren't really coming with me on this journey anymore, and like certain people's opinions I just can't take anymore. They're too triggering, they're not in alignment with me. But something is wrapping up. A major full circle point of your life is happening at the end of the month, Virgo. This might just feel like finally getting that money that you've been owed, finally getting that promotion you've been owed, or just finally like getting the sense of recognition, fairness, fair treatment, evenness and stability in your life again. So it seems like this quest for harmony is something to do with your personal relationships, temperance, and that you endeavored to make a better effort with your personal relationships around the end of October going into November. And then by the end of the month, as we go into December, after the 19th of November, it really manifests that your relationships are just smoother now, and everything is in flow, everything is in harmony. But meanwhile, you on a personal level, Virgo, are reaching a huge culmination point in your life, massive turning point. You could be changing something. This dramatic change that happens in November might really reflect a full circle moment for you. Let's look at these cards together. Let's clear up Temperance, Four of Wands, and the Sun card. This is a beautiful end to October coming into November. I'm really loving these vibes for you here, Virgo. What was going on then? I feel like it was recognition, validation, the spotlight, harmony. Nine of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo. Maybe some of you also have this placement and this is a message for you. And the Queen of Wands, beautiful energy. This was actually the card of the day I pulled for the collective, the Queen of Wands, a very confident energy. Together, this is just an absolute bad bitch. I'm gonna say that right here. Yeah, this is a really positive energy here. So you were recognized and you were very proud of yourself. This is a card of accomplishment, Lord of material gain, but also Venus and Virgo has to be considered with this card. So acts of service, fine tuning of minor details, the small details that make the big picture so beautiful and so obvious. So the Nine of Pentacles tells me you have been doing very well in your finances. You're very accomplished. You're very proud of yourself. You're looking good. You're feeling good. No doubt about it. The Queen of Wands and Nine of Pentacles, that means you are looking good. And so that means that you were very much reveling in this spotlight or this center stage. You know, you could have been getting a lot of attention on social media or from people IRL, even better. And you're just getting like all this recognition, even some like fame and acclaim. It's really fab energy. The Queen of Wands is just like you being very confident and very in tune with your sexuality and your physical body this month. And October, maybe, you know, you put yourself out there, maybe you got like the date you wanted, maybe you got noticed by the person you were hoping that would notice you. That could have been in work, that could have been in your personal life. As far as family and domestic life is concerned, you might have taken the lead on something at home, Virgo. It could have looked like a new, like a renovation or some sort of a project at home where you're doing up your house or something like that. But it's really beautiful energy. It just tells me that you so deserved all of that center stage. You deserve that accomplishment. You've been thriving, basically, Virgo. I love it. That's such thriving energy. But then you do the weird thing in the Four of Cups where you're like, I hate this. This is shit. And then that becomes like some sort of a more dramatic kind of event this month. So let's have a look first of all at how do we mitigate this Four of Wands discomfort, and what is the nature of, let's pull 2 cards for the Chariot and the Blasted Tower actually as well. So we've got the Magician, love it, the King of Pentacles, love it, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so this is interesting. So the Magician and the Four of Cups, you're a little bit dissatisfied because of other people's involvement here. So now you would like to just do this on your own, basically. And that's why you're like, ugh, I don't want this, because it's supposed to be just you. Why are there other people getting involved here? This is your thing, Virgo. Like, you're the magician here. You're the one that's like orchestrating all this, controlling all of this, in control of the magic that's about to happen for you. And you're kind of annoyed that other people are sticking their oar in, or even trying to take some of the attention away from you, or like take your spotlight, when this is all you. This is your gig, Virgo. The Magician tells me that you are in a position of control and power in your life, that you are able to manifest what you want this month in November. Get your kind of head out of the rut of the Four of Cups. This is not a necessarily unpleasant energy all the time, but it really can be. It can be just like lack of motivation and total dissatisfaction, even though deep down you know nothing is essentially wrong, shall we say, quote unquote, because it's just other people that are bothering you, that this should be all you, and it's all about you, and as far as you're concerned with this. So the Chariot is the destined leveling up this month, and the King of Pentacles comes with that. Okay, so you may be leveling up with like a Cancer or a Taurus in your life. If it's a relationship, you feel like that's progressing, but overall it seems like it's money to me. It seems like you're progressing to a more secure and financially stable part of your life, or at least you're progressing to be the type of person that the King of Pentacles represents. Somebody that can be relied on for anything, somebody that, of course, you know, is financially stable enough to help out other people if needs be. So this might just look like you evolving to this highest manifestation of your like material success and financial prosperity this month. And you're probably going to get some indications of how far you can go, how far this investment can go, where this can actually take you, how much money you can make, and how much assets you can acquire. So the Eight of Cups, that comes through with the Tower. Now let me just tell you, Virgo, in almost every single video I've done this month for the November readings, the Eight of Cups has shown in almost every reading, because this is a card of huge emotional transformation, and we are in a season, Scorpio season, of huge emotional transformation, because it is in this season that we have to go deep into the unconscious mind, take out that file of facts that we bury in the unconscious mind, all the shadowy thoughts, all the bad experiences, every betrayal we've ever received, every lie we've been told or have told ourselves, every part of our soul, our essence, our personality that we bury there, because it's threatening for the ego to look at this. It's threatening for the conscious mind to start to delve deep into the unconscious file of facts. But Scorpio season asks us to do that, and it is so that we can transform and heal, and so that by the time we get to the next manifestation of water in Pisces season, we're ready to transcend by letting go of some of these things that we bury in the unconscious file of facts. So I really do think the reason the Eight of Cups is showing up for everybody is because we have to be aware that transformation is going to happen this month, and that it's necessary, and that it is usually of an emotional or psychological kind of nature. So the Tower is coming through with a change in circumstances. This is going to make you want to break away from something that at one point was emotionally satisfying, or at least you thought it was. Now you have realized that, okay, something has derailed this for me. I think of this energy like the Tower is this energy of, okay, if you're not going to do this, and if you're not going to make the change yourself, Virgo, some external force will make the change for you. So it's always better if we can make the change ourselves first. But however, that's fear, that sometimes we have fear around making change. Especially if there's money involved. I feel like this month it's like more difficult for you to just make the change yourself. However, it looks like it's happening, and the Eight of Cups is how we transform through that. So bear in mind that through a bigger change in your life this month, you will have to let go of something that you thought was going to work out, you thought was going to be a part of your life, or you thought was going to go differently, and you transform through that by like accepting the new, I guess. And it's not just so easy to accept a new and drastic change, but always try and remember the Tower is only there to test the foundations. If the foundations are solid and this is an alignment for you and it should be in your life, then that lightning won't make a difference. It will stay strong. The Tower will stay strong. I have a feeling, Virgo, that this Tower is connected to the Four of Wands here. So where you were seeing this huge success in the month of October, be it your personal life, your professional life, the home and living situation, that's where there is a chance, I think, that there's going to be a change. And like something will be like, oh, I don't like this element of it. Well, maybe it won't be around forever. Maybe something is going to change around that, okay? So the Six of Pentacles, the Universe, and Three of Swords in reverse. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so I want to look at the Universe as a card on its own, and then I'll look at the second card to see what messages we can get overall about this. We've got the Seven of Pentacles. And we've got 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so it could be a money thing that's changing. And so it could be a money thing, a business thing, and like if you work for some sort of a big corporation, 10 of Pentacles, Four of Wands, or like a family run business, or like something like that that's part of your inheritance even, or like it's part of a long-term legacy goal. Okay, so let's see. The World card. Something is coming full circle for you. It isn't fully how you may anticipate this coming around, okay? The Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles are here. Okay, so we have the Lord of Material Success and then the Lord of Success Unfulfilled. You thought this was going to be great. This was looking like it was going very smoothly, very evenly, very fairly without much discrepancy. You believe you're owed this karmically, or you may even feel you have a debt to settle, or it feels more like a reward, a karmic reward. But overall, there is an energy of like owed, something that's very enduring, something that's very long term is coming up at the end of this reading for me. And you're just not fully happy with how this full circle 360 moment comes up for you in the universe. The penny drops and you're like, okay, this is done now, I guess. I've reached a turning point. This has culminated in some sense, but I'm a little disappointed with it. I'm not really so happy with how that turned out. I thought it was going to be more successful, but overall, it's giving you the opportunity for a new beginning then eventually, Virgo, but there is a sense of disappointment by the end of the month. I'm not going to lie. 10 of Pentacles reverse, Three of Swords in reverse. You thought that this was going to bring you in more success, more money, more notoriety, more of a legacy, or sort of like something that you would see forever basically. And as it turns out, it's not going to be a forever thing for you. It's just going to be a chapter of your life or a large paragraph of your life, but there is a full stop being drawn there. I think it's going to be initiated around the 19th of November. And then by the time you go into December, you kind of understand that, okay, that's not exactly how I thought it was going to play out. Okay, but that's it. That's what I've got for you at the moment, Virgo. Let's catch up again soon.